Okay, today we are joined with Elise.
Yes.
Elise, tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Elise. I am a professional model and a United States Marine. I do pageants in my free time. Recently got into bodybuilding.
Ooh.
Yes, I have my first competition in April. So yeah,
You got into bodybuilding competing?
yeah. So I haven't competed yet,
Right.
but I'm training right now for a competition in April.
Right. What do you
Yeah.
have to do?
Pretty intensive training, 7 days a week.
What?
Yeah, pretty crazy
Diet too, right?
diet. Yeah. So honestly, like I don't even know that I would use the word diet. Because in that sense, I've like been on a diet my whole life just because I eat really healthy. So people might see it as like a diet, but it's more just the way that I eat is super clean and healthy and like
hmm
portioned. But yeah, so I'm really excited for it.
That's good. I actually have more follow-up questions. Can you elaborate? Because I'm a healthy eater too, but
Yeah.
I feel like you're more well-trained than I am. So
Yeah.
tell me, like, run me through like what you do on a daily basis.
Okay,
You wake
so
up in the morning and what happens?
yeah, I wake up in the morning, I drink my water,
Water first.
always.
Cheers,
Yeah.
man.
If I'm working out in the morning, which I usually like to do,
hmm
I'll have my amino acids in the morning, do my creatine, my vitamins, like
Wow.
crazy. And then
Very impressed already.
yeah, I'll make like I'll still have eggs, like two eggs, but then I'll take out one of the yolks because it has like more.
Wow, we're very similar, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like maybe I'll make some like spinach in with it or something. Then I'll have a protein shake. Like,
This is all for breakfast?
yeah, it's more than I'm like hungry for. Like I'm always like I never want to eat.
Right.
It's like too much,
Right.
but it's like it's what I need to eat
Right.
to have the power to go to the gym and work out, get the energy that I need
So this is
for.
before a workout even starts?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and then at the gym, like two things. I have like a 40-ounce Stanley Cup and I have to drink it like
hmm
multiple times a day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but with what I eat like on a day to day, like really just super strict, which I like. So I'm used to like super
hmm
healthy food. So people are like, this food is gross, but I'm only used to it.
Right.
So I don't really know what I'm missing in a sense. Like I've never been to Wendy's or Jack in the Box or Taco
What?
Bell.
That's
Like I've never been.
insane.
Carl's Jr., Burger King. Like I've literally never been in my whole
McDonald's.
time. I've been to McDonald's before. That's like one of the few.
Right.
And it's just because like if you don't ever have it, you don't really know what you're missing,
Right.
which I feel like is almost a benefit to me. Like I haven't had
Right.
like half of the candy my friends have had because like I don't really know what it is I'm missing, so I don't like crave it
I
because I
love
don't even know
this.
what it tastes
I
like.
love this conversation so
Yeah,
far. And how old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And then your background and where you came from. You gave me like a brief summary before we came.
Yeah, so I'm from California. I was born in La Jolla, San Diego. Lived in Silicon Valley, Bay Area my whole life.
hmm
Moved out technically when I was 17. I graduated high school, joined the Marine Corps, and I was out. I was in California for a while, then Texas, now in Hawaii,
hmm
and I love it.
Okay. Are you single?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you single and how long have you been single?
I'm single because I have really high standards, and the men out here suck.
Okay.
I've been single for, mm, let's see, like 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened in the previous relationship?
So the last
Before
guy I
speaking.
dated, he was actually also a Marine stationed out here. Really sweet guy. Like honestly, like I can't bash his character. He's a good guy. Like super into fitness too. Um, I don't know. I think towards the end of our relationship, like he recently kind of blew up on social media.
Really?
Like he got a couple million in a couple months, like crazy. Um,
Doing what?
TikTok.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and it like in a way it kind of changed the way that he was. Like I remember there's this
Really?
one time he was on live and I like walked in the back on accident. So I was out of the frame, but like the my hair kind of got in the frame a little bit. And so like the comments were going crazy. Who is that? Like she's probably annoying. Like they're like just bashing the fuck out of me
Right.
because like they wanna these followers think they have a chance with him and they
Of
wanna
course, yeah.
like
Of
bash whatever
course.
girls are in his
Of
like
course.
vicinity. So we were like together at the time and I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you're live. And he was like, no, 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 it's good. Like, we're talking about making plans going out that night. And we're talking, and I'm out of the frame still. And then he looks at the camera like annoyed, like as if I'm like some random annoying girl that's like
hmm
in his. And I was like, okay, whatever. So afterwards, I kind of went to him and I was like, hey, what the f-? Like, that's super not cool. And he was like, oh, no, 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 like, it's just for the bit. Like, my followers think it's funny. And I was like, I'm so glad your followers got to laugh at my expense.
Right, right.
But what?
You really got offended at that though?
Honestly,
You think it was like a cheap shot?
it was just like it wasn't offensive. Honestly, like I was kind of like whatever, like a joke is a joke.
hmm
But it was the fact that like what mattered to him more was like the followers than like his girl. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
why would you
hmm
just like yeah, and I get the wanting to appear single online for the like I totally get it. I
hmm
totally get it. But yeah, like just like I don't know, it just I feel like it kind of changed the way that he acted in real life and like his online persona was not who he was in real life.
Yeah, what kind of content was he making
Like it
online?
was like just like funny, relatable,
Oh,
like
funny.
really funny stuff. Like he'd be like for 5 seconds, like it's like 10-second video, and he'd just say something funny and be like, "Okay, guys, like I've been thinking like some random outlandish
Okay,
thought,"
okay,
and
okay.
everyone's like, "That's hilarious."
Right,
Or like his first video that blew up, he was like, "Why is Simon Cowell famous? He's not talented. He just tells people they suck."
right,
Like stupid stuff like that.
right.
But yeah, I think his persona totally changed, and we just like. I don't know. We just kind of fell out of it,
Right.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Who initiated the breakup?
It was kind of like, it was weird because it wasn't like
Me
either
too.
one of us initiated it.
It
It was
just
kind of like we both kind of, like we knew, like we kind of fallen out of it. Like he had been acting different. I'd been working on myself more, doing a lot more work in the gym and all this stuff. And like we just didn't really have the time. So like we kind of just came together. We talked one day and we were like, yeah, like,
and it was friendly.
yeah, it
Wow.
definitely was
I
friendly.
never get friendly breakups.
Yeah,
So
it
lucky.
definitely was friendly in the beginning. Now it's kind of weird
Why is that?
because we work in the same place.
Get the
We,
out of
we live
here,
across the hall.
girl. Don't eat.
Dude, it's terrible.
I hate like that.
Like I saw he brought his new girl in last
Oh,
2 nights ago in front of me, and I was like, amazing, amazing.
why was she pretty?
Yeah. I was like,
That's about honest of you. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. I had to be real. I was like,
Fucking
yikes,
bitch.
yeah. Of course I.
Where do you get her though? Like from TikTok followers or?
Probably, yeah.
Has to
Which
be.
I was kind of like, okay, well, I liked you before anybody knew you were anything, so just putting that out there.
Yeah, that there's like a famous saying that determines how a guy behaves when he's nothing.
Yeah.
Because a girl will stay with him
Yep.
from when he's nothing to when he's famous.
Yeah.
Versus a guy, as soon as he gets famous, he'll drop the original girl.
Which is
It
crazy.
determines your character as a guy.
I will always be there for everyone that I'm like there for, I guess. Like my friends, my relationships, my family. So it's like I think I found him at a time when he really was like struggling. Like he was going through stuff. He had all his like all over the place. And I found him at that point and I was like, I still love you for like the person that I know you are and you can be. And then like he gets to make a couple funny videos online and like all these little girls are like, hey, and like sliding and whatever. And I'm like, okay.
How old is he?
He is 21.
He's a little older. Okay.
Yeah.
You were upset because of lack of consistency.
Yes. So like that was the thing. It was like if you're going if you need to be alone, that's cool. Like
Just
be like,
convey that.
just say that.
Right,
Like,
right,
hey,
right.
like I need to be alone for now. Cool. Like I'm not gonna text you, I'm not gonna bother you. Like you do you work on yourself. But it was just like I'd be like, hey, like all good. Hello. Like
Right.
what the fuck? Like 2 days later, like I was going through shit. Okay, you could communicate that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think in a sense I hoped he would grow up.
You're young, but I have to tell you this now before anyone else tells you. But I feel like I'll help you out.
Yeah.
We're not good at communicating.
Yeah.
This is a species thing. We're terrible.
Yeah.
When we're not in the mood, I've done that too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I was dating a girl and I'm like, I wasn't having a good day,
Yeah.
and I just didn't know how to say it because it sounds weak.
Yeah, but I think that we don't see men's emotions as weak. I honestly see that as strong. That you're able to recognize things about yourself and
You like vulnerable
convey them.
men?
Oh yeah,
Really?
absolutely, yeah. I think it shows strength and like maturity, and that was something too that I was excited with. This guy was just a few years older. Like maybe he's more mature, like the guy's my age, or like right.
Guys don't mature until like 30.
Yeah, that
40.
was a rude awakening.
So let's say a guy cries in front of you.
Yeah,
What about like how would you
love
react?
it.
You would love it.
Well, unless I'm making him cry, then no.
No, yeah. But like, let's
But-
say he just had a hard day at work and he just
Yeah.
comes home and he breaks down. He's like, I just had a hard day at work. And he just breaks down. You would okay be okay
I
with
would
that?
say it depends the reason about crying. Like if like you drop your keys and you just lose your shit.
Okay,
I'm
no.
like, you know
Who's
what?
like that, bro?
Like you know what, that's kind of crazy. But I
Yeah.
think like if like there's something really wrong, like I'd love to know about it and want to be there for you.
Yeah, okay.
Like if your girl was like having a rough day and crying about it, you would want her to tell you.
Girl being vulnerable, that's fine. I would love that. Yeah, we like that kind of stuff. But I feel like there's a difference. Some guy I've met and I just like refuse to be friends with them.
Yeah.
A little too sensitive for my taste.
Yeah.
You know some guys like that?
I will say I have dated I've dated a
Too
guy.
sensitive?
Just too. I'm like okay, like
Too much.
awesome, you're vulnerable, but let's tone it down a bit.
Okay, so there we go. That's
like,
what
like more than me though. Like
really. Okay, let's talk about well, I want to briefly jump into any of those relationships were there any cheating issues?
was or what?
Any cheating issues?
Yes. Yeah, so not this past relationship, but the one before it. Te'd been dating for like quite a while.
Okay.
And then kind of out of nowhere, his best friend's girlfriend texted me and she's like, hey, this is Courtney, da, da, da. And I was like, I got the hey girl, and I was like, oh no. And I opened the message and she's like, yeah, like I just want to let you know, like you've been stationed away from him and like he's been cheating. He slept with his Uber driver. Yeah, like girls in the club, all this and that, and I'm just like shocked, like seriously.
How did
taken
she know?
aback.
Because the guy told her?
Her best friend or her boyfriend, who was my ex's best friend, they were both Marines. Also, they lived together.
That's grimy.
Yeah, and I was like, gross. Like that's just embarrassing.
How'd you respond?
So I feel like I responded pretty well.
What'd you say?
It was like a non-response. Like I called him. I was like, hey, like what's up? And like I was like, hey, like I heard some stuff. Like what's up? And he's like, no, I didn't cheat. And I was like, okay, like why would she say that? I feel like there's no, she wouldn't gain anything from that. And he's like,
She wouldn't get anything from that.
he's like, yeah, they're jealous of us. And I was like, okay, all right. And I just kind of.
And did you believe it?
You know, it's hard because all my friends are like, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're an idiot. Which maybe, but like, I don't know. I want to believe him because all the explanations he's given me, it's like, yeah, no, that's valid. Like I see where he's coming from. But it's hard
That's
because like,
gaslighting. You know that, right?
maybe I'm falling for gaslighting right now.
100%. We're men are fantastic gaslighters.
Yeah,
Amazing. I gaslight all the time too.
really.
I mean, like I try to be honest when,
Yeah.
like, okay, if, for instance, if a girl is walking with me and then she's like, "Were you checking her out?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah,
I have to gaslight,
Yeah.
for your sake.
yeah.
I'm respectful."
So it's respectful gaslighting.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
Yeah. So actually, so we broke up, and then
Because of that,
so yeah, I think so. Like pretty much he like ghosted
he ghosted you.
out of nowhere. Yeah. And so
Huh, you have a
in my
trend.
mind, it was like, oh, he's just not wanting to own up to what he did. Cool. That's my answer. And then 9 months later, he texted me again and was like, hey. I was like, yeah, like, hey, everything that happened, like, no
So
hard
you give
feelings.
people second chance?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a good heart.
Maybe I'm stupid, but
I think you need to change that.
yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, so like I reached out and I was like, hey, like, no hard feelings, just want to let you know like we're all good.
Mhm.
And he was like, yeah, like I just want to explain to you what actually happened. Like I never cheated. Like, I ghosted you for your own good because I didn't want, because I was getting stationed in Hawaii and like he wasn't gonna move to, like he couldn't move to Hawaii, and so he was just like, I didn't want you to like put us in front of your career, whatever. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's gaslighting. That's next level shit. Okay, and among all those other relationships,
Yeah.
have you ever considered cheating?
No,
Tell
I
me
was
the
like the
truth.
really emotional guy. I was like, I'm over this, but then I just broke up with him and then just went out.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't cheat. I would just break up with someone, which I did.
But when you were in a relationship, were you ever like, how one girl put it on this podcast, like sprinkling breadcrumbs anywhere else?
No.
No, nothing.
No. I think like even like small things could be cheating. Like stepping
Yes.
up, like, hey, like that, you look good, you look great, like
100%
miss you. That's cheating.
Yeah.
Because if he did that to me, I'd be like,
So you're
What?
very big on cheating. You completely don't accept
I
this,
completely
right?
don't accept it at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, let's talk about Miss Hawaii a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know much about it. I saw it in your description,
Yes.
and I was like, I thought you had to be Hawaiian, but
Yeah.
you're white
So you don't have to be Hawaiian.
to be Miss Hawaii.
You have to live in Hawaii and live for a certain amount of time. So everyone kind of like makes the joke because like at a time in life I was Miss California, Miss Teen California for a little bit.
You?
Yes.
Okay.
Not with the Miss USA organization, with a different one. But then when I was in Texas, I was like Miss Texas Elite for like a second, and then now I'm Miss Hawaii. And everyone's like, how the fuck can you be every state?
Yeah. How do you keep getting these gigs?
Yeah, so pretty much pageants, you need to live in a place. You need to be a resident of the place. But that is waived if you're active duty military, which I am.
Ah.
So every time
Sneaky.
I move for the military, I find a new pageant to compete in, and I love it. It's
You love it?
great. I love it. I've been doing pageants for a number of years.
What do you get out of it? What do you feel? Is it
I-
attention?
No, I mean you do get attention for sure. I think like what's so cool is like cheesy as it'll sound, like the sisterhood, like the girls that compete. Like from the outside looking in, a lot of people think like, oh, they're competitive, they're mean. Like the girls are some of the closest friends I have. Like they're so sweet. It's like such an uplifting community, and it really helps you like I think build confidence, like speaking. Like you have to do a talent, so it helps you. Like with me, I dance, so it helps me like practice my dancing year round. Yeah,
Just Miss Hawaii, you won?
yeah. Miss Hawaii International 2023.
How many girls were there?
A couple hundred, I think.
God damn, girl.
Yeah.
What made you stand out that they picked you as a winner? I just don't know shit about this thing,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm just
think
curious.
honestly, my military service is kind of a big thing.
Oh.
It's pretty rare that you find an active duty Marine that's also a model and a pageant girl and also 19 years old. Also my like philanthropy, so you have to have like a platform you stand on. I started a ministry out here that works with the homeless. And so we do like every month we'll get together, we make care packages and these little paper bags with like we got water, socks, like a Starbucks gift card or whatever, so they can get food, but we're not just giving them cash that they could use for bad things, like granola bars, like little wipes for their hands, like just like all these little things in a bag, and then each one comes with a handwritten note that's like you are loved, you're cared for, you're valued, you're worthy, like Jesus loves you, whatever it is, and then we put them in these packages, and we have, so my goal is to have like 20 plus in my car. So whenever I see someone on the side of the road, I'm just like, oh, hey, here's the thing. And it's like a gift. It looks like a gift bag. It's like cool to receive something like that.
Tell me some dates that are happening.
Honestly, like, it's rough. It's rough. Like, the guys out here it's rough.
Are you going out with Hawaiians or whites or like mixed Asians?
Okay, so like the last guy I went out with was like, I think he's like black and white. He's like
Mixed.
mixed,
Okay.
yeah. And dude, it was so bad.
Yes, we want to know about the story. What happened?
Okay, so he's picking me up, and like he was like, let's go to this place for dinner. I was like, okay, yeah, cool, like sounds great. He's like, yeah, we'll see a movie after. I was like, okay, like a movie for a first date, I'm already like red flag.
Wait, okay, so explain that to me. I've been seeing that everywhere. Don't take girls to movies on first
No, it's
dates.
so bad because
Why?
you're just sitting there in a dark room
Right.
and just sitting there, like you're watching.
Oh yeah, that is true.
So first
You
of all,
can't talk.
it could be sus. Like, why are you trying to just like, they put up the armrest, or you know what I mean? Like it's like awkward. Like they're trying to get close, or it's like you're not talking. Like you're not getting to know me.
Right.
You're just watching a movie.
Right.
If it's like a movie then dinner, maybe, because then after the movie you can talk about it, be like, oh yeah, that was funny or whatever. Kind of like that's the only way I could like say that maybe it's good.
Okay,
Yeah, but I was like
I accept your
already
answer as valid. It makes sense
yeah,
now.
already red flag. And
Okay.
so we go to this place for dinner and it's closed. And then it's
It's
like
closed.
yeah, and instead of it's like okay, like oh well, like no worries, they might have closed early, whatever. But instead of like oh let's go here instead, he's like oh well, what do you want to do now? It's like still eat dinner. But I like I'm not gonna tell a guy like hey act right, do this. Like I'm just gonna let him act and see how it is.
No, what you just said is I'm gonna let you fuck up, and then
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like closed and he's like oh well, what do you want to do now? And I was like
How old is he?
no, he's like 25, 26.
Bro, you gotta get your shit together at
Yeah.
that age, bro.
Yeah, and
Who
so
the
I
fuck
was
asks
like,
a girl that?
I was like, I don't know. What do you want to do? And so we was like, oh, let's buy the tickets for the movie now. I was like, okay, so we go with the tickets. The movie isn't for another hour and 40 minutes. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this guy? Like, this is gonna be a long ass night. I was like, no. She was like, let's go to Target and get snacks. I was like, sure. Target is 20 minutes from where we are.
Mhm.
So we just sit in the car. We drive for 20 minutes. We go. We walk around. He's like, I forgot what we're here for. Let's just get water. I was like, okay. So we get waters, and he's like, I'll pay for you. I was like, wow, thanks.
What a gentleman.
Wow, thank you so much. I was like, okay. So we finally get back to the place where the movie's at. This is terrible. So, we're at the Target still, sorry. And we're walking to the car. And as we're walking, he's like, oh, you're not one of those girls that, like, is going to expect me to open the door for you, right? And I was like, no.
Are you though? Do you want them to?
Absolutely, yeah.
You want
but I'm
them
not
to
going
open
to tell him, like, open the door. Like,
Right.
no, like, if
Right.
you open it, you're...
Did he say it as a joke or he meant it?
No, he was, like, dead serious.
Oh, shit.
I was like, this is so... I was like, oh, no, like, it's good. And I, opened my door and got in. Like, if he hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have been like, he didn't open the door. Like, I wouldn't have even really thought
Right,
of it.
you wouldn't have
But it's
thought about it.
because he knew that that was a thing and brought it up and then was like, fuck you, I don't care.
Right.
I was like, okay. So I open the door, I get in, and we get in the car, and he's like, you're not gonna be like mad at me now, are you? And I was like, no, like it's cool. Just like super awkward. He's just like awkward, right? And so then we get back to the parking lot where the movie's at, and he parks the car, and he sits, and then he locks the doors, and I was like, what? And he was like, say the N-word. And I was like, what? And he was like, just say it one time, you get the pass because you're on a date with me, it's fine, just say the N-word. I was like, this is super awkward, like, no. And I was like, and he was like, no, it's fine. Like, when we start dating, like, not even if, like a when. He was like, when we start dating, like, you can say it to me, like, you can call me that, like, unless you're like being mean with it. And I was like, what?
I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now.
Yeah. And he was like, you dated a black guy before, right? And I was like, yes. And he was like, did you say the N-word? And I was like, no. Like, there's just no. He's like, you didn't call him that? It wasn't cute? And I was like, no. Like, no. And it was just such an awkward, like, I just like sat there.
God
And it was
damn.
probably like, I was looking at the clock in the car. It was
Wow.
like 12 minutes.
Where'd you meet him?
Dude, he like goes to my gym.
Oh, he picked you up at the gym?
No, but like he goes to my gym. That's like how I know.
What's your type? Do you like only black guys or?
No, like I feel like I don't really have a type. Like the guy I just dated, he's white, like green eyes, like dirty blonde hair, like white.
You sound hideous.
Yeah. And then the guy before him, that allegedly maybe possibly but didn't cheat on me. He's light skinned, like really good looking guy. Guy before him was like brown hair, white. Like it's just
Have you ever
depends.
dated someone outside your norm where people were like, he's not really good looking?
Yeah, the guy before the light skinned guy, everyone was like, what the fuck?
Right.
It's like I was like maybe an inch shorter than him, but like in heels, like I like towered over him, and it was like
And how old were you?
I was like in high school, I was like 18.
And
And
okay,
my friends were like, you're an idiot, he's ugly.
okay. So you're more personality?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What about Asian guys?
Yeah, I mean, like I haven't met one that I've been like that guy's attractive, but I feel like there's attractive people that look all different ways. You
Yes,
know?
100%.
Like I found people I'm like, oh, that guy's really cute, and it's like he's not the kind of guy like I would have thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then your age max,
Um,
age min, age max.
okay, minimum. That's like hard. I think maximum.
Because you're
would be,
really
like,
young. You're 19.
Yeah, like 28 is probably like okay, no more, like no more.
And younger.
And like minimum, I would say like 20 maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Like
really?
around, I
You
feel
would
like
never date someone your age or younger.
absolutely not.
Interesting.
Just like the maturity level is so
Solo.
yeah, it's just terrible.
Which is just how we are. Men don't mature very fast. We're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're dating someone, what do you
Yeah.
think you bring to the table into the relationship?
Honestly, like I see myself as a really high value woman. Like I think I have a lot like of success, but like I'm humble, I think. Like I'm not
I got that.
I don't just like, hey guys, like I'm actually Miss White, don't talk to me. You know, like I'm pretty
I thought you would be snobby when you came on. I was like,
Really?
oh, she's actually nice.
yeah, like I'm pretty and a lot of people say that too. Like they see all this stuff that I have and the following and the accolades and stuff, like, oh my god, she's gonna be such a bitch.
Right.
But really like I pride myself in being ironically, I pride myself in being humble.
Right.
And like putting people first and like I see people for the person they are and not like, well, how many followers do you have? What could you get me, you know? But yeah, I feel like it's something that is almost a downfall of mine. I'm super giving. Like the guys I go out with, like
I got that from
I
you.
give way too much.
they don't reciprocate the same amount.
No.
Yeah.
Like the light skinned guy I dated, like maybe 9, 10 months into dating, I got a tattoo of his initial.
No, why'd you do that?
It's covered up now, but
You got it erased?
I got put a butterfly on top of it.
Where'd you get it?
Right on my ass. Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was like fully in, like 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely like go 100%. Like either all in or not in at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel you out, go on a few dates. Like it takes a while again, like for me to be like, okay, yeah, this guy's like
Right.
worth it. But like if they're worth my time, like I'm fully.
When you're dating, are you the submissive type, or have you ever dated a guy who's submissive?
Yeah, no, I feel like that's like I don't know. I don't want to. I think especially because like I'm a Marine, I don't really like to date guys that I feel are like I don't want to say this in a mean way, but like weaker than me. Like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna feel protected if you're like, no, like like I wouldn't date a guy that's like,
That's fair in your field.
you know
That
what I
makes
mean?
sense. Yeah.
Especially my field is like, which is kind of hard sometimes to find because like
You would have to probably
guys
stick
get
with your own
really-
field.
guys,
Or
yeah.
people on steroids.
yeah, like the guys that get really intimidated, I think, because like oh my
yeah.
God, she's a Marine, like,
Yeah, most people would though.
and they're like Ryan. I'm like, okay, well I'm not crazy, like
Yeah.
I think I'm normal.
Yeah, but you like for a Marine, you're very like you give me feminine energy.
Oh yeah, like my whole room is pink. Did you see the interior of my car is like bright
Pink.
pink?
Yeah, I saw it. When you pulled out. I was like, cute.
It was
I was like, mad
squishy.
pink.
Yeah,
Okay. What are some red flags you find in men?
red flags. There's just so many.
I want to go ahead.
I think immaturity, like lack of consistency. Okay, something that bothers me so much is when guys like respond to like thirsty girls in their comments. Like when girls are like, "Oh my God, so hot," and like, "Thanks, babe." Like just to random girls, like, you know what I mean?
That's your age group though.
Yeah, it's gross. It's
People in their
really
late
gross.
20s, that's mad corny. We don't respond to shit.
Right? It's just
I always
gross.
thought that was stupid.
Like even like if we're dating, I'll like the comment or something. Like I'm like, "I love you, baby," in the comments. Like get out, like get out.
Yeah, that's
It's just like gross. Like
yeah, I'm the same way with you.
yeah, I'm not super like corny. Like hey, baby. Like
Yeah.
it's like yeah, like grow up.
Why you seen guys do that? For me, that's the biggest red
Yes.
flag. If you're that, if you
Yes.
stoop that low. But I also don't like when a girl is like posting something and you can tell that simp
Yeah.
that's like chasing her so hot, or you're like you're a gorgeous
Yeah.
girl. I'm like, bro, is she gonna be like, oh my god, he said it. That's it. My day just turned.
Yeah.
Oh, she don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
stop.
Yeah, it's
Okay, what else?
There's like I think there's so many. I think like I don't know. There's like
We want you to name the good ones. That,
The
that,
good
that,
ones?
that, you know that terminate the contract with men.
yeah. Okay, like red flags that I'm like, yeah, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, unpopular opinion, girl best friend.
How's that unpopular opinion? I'm 100% your side.
So the guy I just dated, he has a girl best friend.
That's not cool.
And they go to the gym together, they work out.
That's not cool.
She used to like him.
That's not cool.
And he was like, "Oh, but she doesn't like me anymore because I told her that we're going out." It's like you're fucking stupid. She's playing the long game. I would do the same shit. I was her. I would be your gym best friend. I would go to the gym with you, and I would wait until this bitch is out of my way, and then I would swoop like that.
Was she hot?
No.
That's why she's playing the game.
Yeah,
Vulnerability.
yeah.
Yeah, but you're telling me you don't have any guy friends right now?
Like I have guy acquaintances, but that's something that I think adds to my high value. Was like I don't get close to guys like that. I feel like it's disrespectful to someone I might future go out with.
We like you on this podcast.
Right? Because if I'm gonna go out with a guy at all, like if someone asks me out today and like, hey, like you want to go out with me tomorrow, I'm like, you know what? Sure. I'm gonna go into that having no guy best friends, no like little sprinkled crumbs all around. You know what I mean? Like
I respect
I'm
that.
going into that like fully no strings attached. Like I'm on my own literally.
man.
Because it's so disrespectful.
I'm tired of arguing with women on this podcast. I'm like, dude, it's not cool to have guy friends.
it's
Like,
really
no,
not.
it's so cool. It's okay. They don't want to sleep with me. I'm like,
Yes,
well,
they,
yes, of course they do.
And there's guys like I'm acquaintances with, and I know, like
You know.
I'm not stupid, but I like to pretend that I'm stupid. I think
course.
one of my friends said to me, the smartest thing I've ever done is pretended that I'm stupid, and I feel like it's so true. Like I pretend like I'm naive to the fact that they're like in love with me,
Right.
and I just like, oh yeah, I don't even know, because then I don't have to address it, and I can just like ignore
Yeah,
them and
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But if I address it, it becomes like awkward, and it's a whole thing, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Out of curiosity, why don't you find them attractive to people that are attracting you? You know what I mean?
yeah. Again, it comes down to personality.
think-
A lot of the guys are close to my age. They're like military.
Yeah, I feel like you need somebody much older. You're fucking way too smart.
That's
for
what my
your age.
mom like. My mom was like, you
At
need
19, you're
an
way
old
too smart
guy.
for your age.
Yeah.
Way too smart.
Yeah, I definitely like I need someone who's like a lot older, smarter. Like I love being like challenged, like academically, like mentally, like
I love the
yeah,
green flags.
green flags. I would say being intelligent. Like my job is like one that requires a lot of like intelligence and like yeah, like you have to be really like on top of your shit. So I'm surrounded by brilliant people at work every single day. Like some of the most brilliant minds in like the entirety of the military and civilian sector, and like we bring in contractors. Like these people are brilliant. Something too that I've found is like how you eat. Like I went out with this guy who eats like shit.
Garbage, yeah.
Yeah, like he smokes. He like Zen, like
Yeah, I know,
little
that's
packets or
stupid
whatever, like dip, like all that shit. And like he eats really like bad, like eating out all the time and whatever. And like I found
It's such a turn off.
I
I know,
can't
I know,
surround
I know.
myself with that. It's like
Yeah.
ew.
Dude, I live right next to Whole Foods. I eat organic every single day.
I love Whole Foods.
I love Whole Foods.
so
I'm
good.
there every day. I literally like 3 times a day one time. That was my
Really?
limit. Yeah, I was like, fuck, I've been here. Yeah, I like pay attention to GMOs,
Yes, yeah,
artificial sweeteners. Do you know anything about that kind of stuff?
yeah. Like I will not if there's high fructose corn syrup in it, I will not touch
Fuck
it.
high fructose.
I
What
will
about
not
natural
touch
flavors where
it.
they hide everything? Where they hide
Exactly.
everything in
Like
it?
natural flavors is not. Yeah.
Yes.
Like if it high sugar content, if it's like a strawberry thing, then it means like it's natural sugar, which is like fine. But high protein, low caloric.
Yeah, but have you heard about this high protein stuff? Amino spiking?
No.
You didn't hear that? So a lot of protein companies,
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, it's 25 grams, when in reality it's like 15, 20. Why? Because they put BCAAs or just amino acids in it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the test that tests how much protein content is in it prior to shipping,
Yeah.
it only tests and it gets skewed because amino acid also shows up like as protein.
Oh, really?
It's called amino spiking. They use
That's
cheap
crazy.
amino acids.
Yeah.
And then when people eat it, they're like, I don't feel like it was 25 grams. Like it feels like 10, 15 because I'm not like pumping,
Yeah.
So it's called amino spiking. Be very careful.
That's
If men were honest, do you think you would like it more or less?
absolutely.
Okay.
Like be bluntly honest with me if you need to. Like it's gonna hurt my feelings, okay, but at least you're honest.
Okay, so there's a saying that's going around right now, and I kind of agree with it, but I'm here
Yeah.
to. It's an open discussion. They say if you ever want to get rid of a girl,
Yeah.
be honest to her.
Really?
That's a thing. Yeah, because women cannot handle the truth.
Weak women cannot handle the truth.
Okay, go ahead. I like that.
Yeah, I think like if you can't handle the truth, like you're satisfied and content living, knowing lies, living in a lie, it's like that's like a fake. Like that's just fake. It's like surface level. Like the girls that are okay being lied to, like those girls, like they don't care about the truth. They care about feeling good. Like, well,
Okay, but let's say that guy that you remember you said his girlfriend called. I mean, whatever his best friend's girlfriend called you.
Yeah.
Let's say he said, "Yes, baby, I did cheat.
Yeah.
but I fucked up and I still want you. It's just how it is."
Okay.
That was brutally honest.
I would prefer that. I would.
But what would you do following that scenario?
I would say okay, like you have your, second chance. Like I believe in second chances, but like little, like any little fuck up, like you're gone.
I mean, I'm shocked you even gave him a second chance. You know, at your age, most girls I interview, they always say no second chance.
Really?
When they get older, 25, 26, then they're like, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah, you're
depends
definitely mature.
too.
Your answers are all like in the 20s.
I think it depends too, like the kind of relationship you have. Like if you've been going out for a week, it's like really like bad. But if
Oh,
it's
no,
like,
that's-
if it's someone that you've been in a
yeah.
relationship, you care a lot. If you care,
Right.
you'd hope that if you messed up in some way, even if it's not cheating, you would get that second chance. So like give to them what you wish you would have for yourself.
Okay. Being Miss Hawaii,
Yes,
how often do you get hit on?
too often. Oh my God.
Let's talk about
Like
it.
literally, I honestly I feel like sometimes I can't go out of my house. Like I live on a military base,
Right.
and so I think there's something different about military guys that just makes them this crazy kind of bold. Like
Because they're on fucking TRT, right?
yeah, some shit like that.
How did
Like
they get away with the tests?
you know what? I don't even know.
Okay,
I don't even
go
know.
ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, like they just started so like that's why I go to UFC. There's a free gym on base, and I pay like 150 a month to go to a gym because I get hit on too much at work and like on base, and like I have a personal trainer that I work with, and like I work out with him every single day so that people see me work out with a guy and leave me alone. Like the lengths I have to go through.
Wait,
to
so
try to
just give
be
me
like,
roughly, you go out, step out of your house, how often do you get hit on?
okay, like if I'm going to the grocery store, like I will at least get hit on at least once.
Okay.
Usually like twice, but like at least once. Or like it's like per place I go, it's at least once or twice. If I'm going to like a club or something, game fucking over. Like I
Okay.
went out on Friday to this rave at the Republic.
Oh, I love Republic.
Love it. It was so cute. Like it was great. My belly button piercing kept getting caught on the railing though. Like that fence. in the
Yeah,
front. But literally like I would turn around and someone's like, hey, like I was
Right.
like, oh my goodness. Like I get it. I was just was a fairy. I looked cute. I get it. But I was like, oh my God.
How do you respond to people coming up to you and flirting with
I'm
you?
usually pretty sweet about it. Like I'm not a
Okay.
bitch. Like get out my face. I'm like, oh like
But do you give any of them chances?
usually no.
Usually no. Okay.
That's something too. The light skinned guy I dated. We were at a time we were stationed in the same place, and every single person that was there was like, bro, like a lot of them had just got out of boot camp too, so they hadn't seen like any females, and they saw me and they were like, so they were all like crazy, and then he like
Interesting.
ignored me. He was kind of a dick.
Oh, that's why you like them.
He was yeah. Well, at first I was like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, why
Right.
doesn't he love me? Like, what?
Right.
So I would go up to like a group of people, and he was standing there, and I'd be like, hey guys, like try to talk, and he would just leave the group, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Right,
Like,
right,
is he
right,
good?
right.
And like I was like, is he like has a girlfriend? He's just being respectful. And they're like, no, he's single. I was like, what's his problem? And like,
Why doesn't everyone want me?
yeah, I was like, what? And like he was like so good looking. I was like, why? What? Like I
Right.
want this one. Why can't I? And I was like, no, like I'm gonna get him. So then like I would like talk and like we kind of talked and like. And then it worked out. He told me afterwards, like, that was his game. Like, he was like, I'm gonna pretend I hate her, so she, like, wants me. And I was like, well, it worked. Because I played right into that. If I, like, want someone, like, it's usually, like, it's gonna work out. Like, I don't think it's not
So
working
you chase guys too, I'm assuming.
out. To an extent. Like, not really. But, like, if I like a guy,
Right.
like, I'll make it, like, kind of known. Like, I'll do something, and it's like, oh, yeah, she wants me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll go up to be like, oh, hey, like, sorry, whatever, like, just want to say hi or something like that. But then I'm done. Like, if I even make the slightest first move, it's like so
You gotta-
slight, so small.
Oh,
then
really?
I'm
You're
done.
subtle?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Guys are not that smart.
No, if they're
We're
not,
fucking dumb.
yeah, really.
No, dude, I had a girl one time look at me 3 times in the gym, and I was like, she could just be looking. I have no idea. We have
You're
no idea.
stupid.
Yeah, we're stupid. Straight up, I'm not lying.
Yeah,
Because you know why? Because we've had moments where we thought that, and we
Yeah.
come up and I have a boyfriend like, bitch, I know what, fuck you, bro. Like after that many times, I'm like, yeah, we must be doing something wrong.
No, yeah, I feel like I don't really chase. I kind of just like someone will chase me and I'm like, no, or oh, not sure. Like I just kind of like
I see, I
pick
see,
up
I
the
see.
chaser. Like so, okay, so I was at this club on Friday night. It was like this Halloween rave, and like I had this little dress on, and like I looked really good. Like I get it. And so like this guy came up to me, he was like, hey, like he was like, I felt bad. He was like, hey, and I was like, hi, and he was like, he just kind of stared at me, and I was like, my friends were like, and I was like, hi, and he was just like, it was like, oh, like you look really good, and I was like, oh, thanks, like, it's really sweet, and he just kind of stared at me. He was like,
I think he was trying to wait for you to continue.
yeah, I was
talking
like,
to him, but you didn't.
okay, no, I was just like, what? Hello, like, what?
Did you find him attractive?
He was cute, but I wouldn't be like, wow, he's so hot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but funny enough, the DJ saw me. Well, I was like right in the front with my friends.
Right.
This rave, and the DJ saw me. He jumped over the fence to try to give me his number, and I was like, what just happened? He was really cute, but and
DJ.
he was tatted up too.
Right.
But I was just like, okay. My ex was there. It was like awkward. Like I was just like, I'm just not trying to.
So you get hit on often. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, it's nice to be a girl, huh?
it is. It really is.
Yeah. Ask how many times guys get hit on.
Yeah, how many times do you get hit on?
We don't want to talk about it. Trust me.
There's this one.
If a
there's
tree
one-
talks to us, we'll be happy.
Yeah, there's this one cop that has pulled me over like 3 times in the last 2.5 months, probably.
That's stalkery.
But like he doesn't actually pull me over for anything. He's just like, oh, like hey, like you're that girl, like nice to see you. And I was like, and I told my dad, he's like, you can definitely report him for that. But yeah, like weird. Like I feel like I'm always on guard, like when guys do ask me out or when they are like, approaching me to try to like hit on me because I'm like, this guy could fucking murder me.
Yeah. I think I keep hearing that, and it's just sad.
Yeah.
Because someone, down the line in terms of like history, some
Yeah.
guy always fucks it up for the rest of us. Because most guys are not murderers or killers, We're just trying to be nice and trying to get a girl's attention.
Yeah.
But I hear that so many times. And I've taken girls out on dates too where they're just like, oh, like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
you can grab a knife in my house, ain't nobody doing nothing to you, relax.
Yeah.
But I know what you're
You don't
saying.
know,
It's,
yeah.
yeah.